Hey my lovelies! I hope you have been having an extraordinary summer so far. And if you're anything like me, I'm sure you are not ready for it to be over. So to help ease that transition back to work and back to school, I have created tons of great lunch inspiration for you that I'm gonna be sharing through the month of August on the channel. They're healthy, they're easy to prepare, and of course, overall, they are delicious. Today, we're gonna kick things off with 5 awesome healthy lunch bowl ideas. I love lunch bowls. They're really, really satisfying. They're easy to make, and of course, they are perfect if you are into meal prep. You can make them on Sunday and then enjoy them throughout the week. What's not to love about that? In addition to the 5 lunch bowls I'm sharing here, I've got 30 more that I'm gonna be sharing every day on my Instagram and on my Facebook through August. I have also compiled all of these awesome ideas into a handy dandy ebook that is now available in my Etsy store. All of those details are in the description box below. Without further ado, let's get to some lunch bowls. First up, we're making a delicious shrimp and asparagus bowl. This one is full of nice, fresh flavors and lots of beautiful greens. For the base of this bowl, I'm using some mixed greens, but of course, if you want something a little heavier, a little heartier, you always have the option to use some rice or some quinoa. Those would definitely work. Next, I'm loading on some steamed asparagus. I've just steamed it until it turns nice and bright green, super beautiful. For some yummy and filling healthy fat, I'm also going to add half an avocado to this that I've just sliced up. Of course, if you're meal prepping this recipe, you'll want to leave the avocado out until just before you're eating your salad. Then we're going to load on some cooked shrimp. Now, you can buy cooked shrimp at the grocery store. That is totally fine, but I always like to cook my shrimp myself. I toss it in a little bit of olive oil, some garlic, some chili flakes. That makes it extra delicious. Then it's just a matter of drizzling on a little splash of balsamic vinaigrette and adding a lemon wedge for good measure. What is not to love about this salad? Super gorgeous, packed with protein, and perfect for lunch. Next, my loves, I have a really great option for all of you vegans out there. It's really colorful, it's got a ton of crunch, and of course, a ton of great flavor. It all starts with some cooked brown rice in my bowl. Next, I'm piling on some shredded red cabbage, some julienne carrots, and some finely sliced radish. I'm sort of radish obsessed, just so you know. I'm gonna top that with some grilled tofu, which I love. If you're a carnivore that's not into tofu, you can go ahead and add some shredded pork here or some shredded chicken, but I think grilled tofu is really delicious, especially when it's topped with this tasty ginger dressing, some finely sliced green onion, and some finely chopped chilies for just a touch of heat. This bowl is banging. Next, I've got a bowl with a bit more of a classic American flavor. It's my buffalo chicken salad bowl, and oh man, it is super good. It all starts with some chopped romaine lettuce, nice and fresh and crunchy. Next, I'm gonna top it with some carrots and some celery, super classic when you're eating buffalo chicken wings. Then I've got some cooked shredded chicken that I've just tossed in some buffalo hot sauce. I'm gonna pile that on. And I'm gonna finish this off with a drizzle of blue cheese dressing and some crumbled blue cheese. What is not to love about this salad? It totally eats like a pound of chicken wings at your local sports bar. If you're not into blue cheese too in this recipe, you always have the option to use ranch instead. The world is your oyster. Next on today's healthy lunch bowl extravaganza, I've got a beautiful Mediterranean couscous salad. Now, if you want to keep this gluten-free, go ahead and use some rice or some quinoa, but I do love me some couscous. Next, I'm gonna add some sliced cherry tomato, some finely sliced cucumber for lots of lovely crunch. I'm also adding some artichoke hearts. If you have not fallen in love with artichoke hearts yet, guys, you are in for a treat. I am obsessed with them. I buy mine marinated in oil and they are really flavorful and delicious. Right next to them at the supermarket, you can also find the roasted red peppers, which I'm going to add to this. And then we're gonna finish it off simply with a little splash of Italian dressing. You have the option here to use a Greek dressing if you wanted to, or just an oil and vinegar. All of those are great options. I'm adding in a sprig of parsley just to make it extra pretty and green. And there you have it, lunch made easy. This is such a great vegetarian option, but if you did want to add some meat, some grilled chicken would be really beautiful in this recipe, or some grilled whitefish. That would work really, really well. For my final bowl, I'm making something just slightly more decadent, but definitely equally delicious. It's my Philly cheese bowl, and of course, it's all the awesomeness of a Philly cheesesteak but in a bowl so you know it's going to be good. For this recipe, I am starting with some cooked white rice. You could also do this over some greens if you wanted to keep it on the lighter side, no problem at all. Next, I'm adding my vegetables. I've got some sauteed red onion, some green bell pepper, and some lovely mushrooms. I'm going to top that with a sprinkle of provolone cheese, classic in a Philly cheesesteak. And then I'm going to top it all off with some cooked steak. You can finish that off with a little drizzle of steak sauce or some barbecue sauce or some hot sauce if you wanted to. And there you have it, my loves. Delicious Philly cheese goodness, guaranteed to Philly you up. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed these recipes and that you'll give them a try in your own kitchen. If you do, be sure to tweet me, Instagram me, or Snapchat me a photo, because of course I love seeing your creations. Keep in mind that I'll be sharing even more awesome lunch bowls on my Instagram and my Facebook every day this month. So if you're not following me already, be sure to do so. And I have also compiled them into a handy dandy ebook that I think you guys are really gonna like. Those details are in the description box below. I'll be back shortly with even more great lunch inspiration. But until then, be sure to subscribe because there is lots more deliciousness where this came from.